Yep. Yep. Mm-hmm. Alright, so we're back for some more TenSura greatness. Make sure you leave that like on this video, though. Show your support, subscribe, and ring that bell if you haven't already. And of course, the Patreon. That's where you're going to catch my full live reactions to all this TenSura greatness and more. But let's jump into it. Well, this will be easy right here. Yup. Exodia! Obliterate! Ooh, she's bleeding from her eyes, though. Oh my god. At least whine us before you dine us, Reamer. God damn! Talk about that when you're inside me. God fucking hell. Kinky. Wow. But Brandon, you don't gotta worry. Reamer will never lose. Everyone's indestructible in TenSura. Holy fuck. Here's Johnny. Yo, he kicked our arm clean off. Now that could be a death blow. That's looking like a death blow. I love how Reamer's literally surrounded by the Yuuki fan club, and he's like, motherfucker, I really don't like this guy. That's my dog. He scares me, but that's my dog. The fact that I love both of them as antagonists is just what's making this whole thing so fucking interesting. One of the things that is most brilliant about Yuuki as a character is the way that he has not only solidified himself as so much more than just a dumb, bumbling idiot, a simple antagonist we would eliminate. He is the thorn in Rimuru's side that will not go away. And while there has been the speculation over the weeks, is he playing both sides? Is he pretending to be brainwashed? I'll be honest. Before that elimination, I thought, like with Rimuru, well, it's proven that, you know, he was affected by greed and he got rid of it. Hell, his literal skill said, oh yes, he is being manipulated. Oh wait, he's no longer being manipulated. He had everything fooled. The thing about this is you have to realize that had he not told Mariabell everything that he did, she would still be alive right now. She was going off of information that he gave her, and she had no reason to believe wasn't genuine information, because she fully saw him as controlled by greed. Rimuru himself saw him controlled by greed. If you think she's an idiot for believing he was manipulated, then you have to believe Rimuru's an idiot for believing he's manipulated. This guy is going to make it to the grand fucking finale of this series, and he will probably be the best antagonist for the entire show, because I made a mistake. I'm bumping it down. Mariabell gets number 2 spot. Rip Mariabell. Yuuki is going and will remain to be the best antagonist of this whole show. Rimuru's out here fucking consistently being like, I'm trying to eliminate him, and then I'm gonna look like the bad guy. He got fooled. He got bamboozled because, you know, everyone was like singing Kumbaya, holding hands. Don't worry, he was just manipulated. He was a bad boy. It's fascinating as hell because Yuuki literally told Mariabell that he believed he could take Rimuru on in a 1v1. Mariabell used the information that she was given by her manipulated subordinates and planned an attack that looked like overkill. And you have to admit, minus Rimuru, Shion and Gabata and the rest were actually getting their shit pushed back. Yuuki is a very powerful character who, you know, despite seeming like he's kind of a little in too deep, he's trying to take on a bit more than he can chew. Ultimately, he fucked us up a little bit, I ain't gonna lie. The thing about Mariabell as a character is, yeah, she made a lot of mistakes, she was ignorant in a lot of things, but if we would have followed her point of view from the beginning of her life, her journey, and we were approaching Rimuru with her as our main character and us only knowing little snippets of Rimuru's life through what we've heard, we would fully believe Rimuru was dying in this episode. And a lot of people still like to argue that fact. But honestly, her character, and if you look at what she knew and the fact that she fully believed in greed and what she had, the concept of a character nullifying her ability wasn't on the table. Ultimate skills were not on the table. There was a lot of information she didn't have, and it's easy to be like, well, she should have had more information. When you look at it from her point of view, she had all the information and cards dealt. She, if anything, she went in with overkill. She had a fucking chaos dragon in the sky and people who are actually pushing back his minions. The thing is yeah, she fucked around, she found out. But the best part about this whole thing is I was expecting at some point she was going to die, 100%. I thought it would have been later. Hell, like herself, I thought her end was going to come much later in the series. However, with her end here, you can't simply be like, see, dumb bitch had it coming. Rimuru got fooled by Yuuki too. It's insane, bruh. Absolutely fucking insane. This is Such a good episode. The production was insane. And the constant ups and downs of where we're going. Like that moment when Yuuki fucking kicks Shion into the fucking pillar and everyone's like, wait a second, what the okay. Maybe bro's actually cooking here. Like, this is what I keep saying. Even if we assume Rimuru's indestructible, right? His people aren't. And while, yes, she didn't die here, it did remind us that, like, you have to worry. And the fact that Yuuki could do some damage to her without the aid of a dragon that's about to go burn down a whole fucking city. Like, there's reason to be concerned here. And I mean, yeah, bro is a slime. He did regenerate and stuff, but it does catch you off guard, right? And I think if you were to run 1,000 simulations of this fight, I don't think Rimuru wins all 1,000 times. I don't. I'm not saying he doesn't win a vast majority of them, but if it, like, Rimuru literally says during the final exchange of their fight that had he would have hit him with his hand, it would have been a different story. The only reason it played out the way it did is because he decided to attack in a different way. This is fascinating because being 4 seasons deep into an isekai, right? With as much wild power scaling as this show has, it'd be very easy to say, oh, they're constantly one-upping themselves or it's too convoluted. What skill's better than what skill? But I honestly I think they found a very nice balance of keeping Rimuru not completely untouchable, but still believing he's probably the most untouchable out of the vast majority of characters. But there's still enough of wiggle room that you can still have moments where you're like, wait a second, bro might actually have the upper hand. I'm very happy he's around. And I hope he doesn't die anytime soon, because the way he manipulates, the way he exploits the situation, the fact that when examining him, they were like, yeah, he's manipulated by greed. Huh, he's no longer manipulated by greed. And Rimuru's like, well, fuck, I can't kill this guy now. I'd look like an asshole. He's so fucking good. He's so good. And the way he exploited this situation is fucking masterclass. To have someone who's able to be like, well, now I can't fucking kill his bitch ass because I look like the villain. It's just, man. The bullshit that's going to approach Tempest and the rest of this world is going to be insane, isn't it? And I mean, I thought we were signing up for the Chaos Dragon. I mean, I thought that was going to be the big meat and potatoes. I thought we were going to bounce around between Rimuru and this. That's next week's mission. Can deal with that bullshit later. Fantastic episode. The animation was fucking godly. I mean, the amount of times Yuuki or others were spinning blades around, like, Slime has had some really good fights, and the production quality has been a bit of a roller coaster over the seasons. I think this is in the running for the best looking Slime season. It's consistent, and the animation, like, there was prolonged period. It wasn't just, oh, here's 20 seconds of Sakuga. It was like pretty much every time they were fighting, something really crazy was consistently happening. Like, they cooked for the production. And if that's a sign of what the dragon fight's going to look like, yeah, we're eating good. Fantastic. I was not ready for this elimination. Where the fuck do we go from here? Rip Mariabell, though. The anime community did not appreciate you, but I always will. Second best antagonist. Fuck Clayman. Some people are like, oh yeah, Clayman? No, fuck Clayman. Yuuki at the very top, Mariabell just below him. Fantastic antagonist. Thank God Yuki's still around. Hate him, but love him for the content. Your thoughts down below. Make sure you leave a like, those share, support, subscribe, and ring that bell. And of course, the Patreon for live reactions over there and other exclusives, because I got to give those video shows too, because my patrons make it all possible over here on YouTube. All right, so today we got Match, Mate, Carl Steffen, Achiel, Convoy 83, Hayden, Cody Namir, Emma K-Pop, Coaches 17, and Misto Dreamer. So I appreciate the support, everyone. Please take care. Have a good one.